It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Milwaukee Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, for Milwaukee, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people, the barbecue chicken there.
We are in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. The Jazz in the midst of a road trip going into this one. They are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season, with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
And seeing where Utah is, they have performed above and beyond expectations thus far. As good as they've been, is it fair to wonder just how long they can keep this up?
Of course it is. I mean, I'll tell you this, they may have snuck up on some of their opponents here in the early season, but they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Teams will be ready for them.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the forwards are Hayward and Favors, then it's Freak, and it's Hood in at the 2 spot. Freak kicks to Hayward. 4 on the clock. Here's Freak. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Freak's got the opening bucket of the night here for Utah.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Middleton outside. First quarter, just over a minute played. Monroe sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Here's Parker. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Freak with it. Now Monroe defending. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Over to the wing. Shoot from the right block, and that one's good. Parker.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
Yes, Kevin, and he didn't outright say that he didn't worry about defense here, but it was all about offense for them this game. He said numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good looks, good movement, and hitting shots. That's all there is to it. Let's see if their approach works.
Appreciate the report, Doris. And guys, how does, their offensive strategy fit into this matchup?
You know, I think it should make for an entertaining game. I love hearing coaches say their focus is on offense. That usually means we can expect some fireworks.
Yeah, and I know the fans love to hear that too. Just as I do, I love seeing some high-octane offense. I think it's bound to be a game played at a brisk pace.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Freak. Monroe. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Bucks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line. Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now here's Carter Williams, guarded closely. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And Parker comes with the help. Freak passes to Favors. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Here's Freak, and the layup's good off the glass.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Onto dishes to Monroe. Parker drives in by Favors. Here's Hood, defended by Middleton for three. Hayward, and that one's good. Hayward's got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Inside. It's deflected. Hayward goes in. Hood can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Plumlee, he's checked in for the Bucks. John Henson comes in for Jabari Parker. Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee. Stolen by Middleton. And here is Carter Williams. A 14-point game for him in the win against Charlotte. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Burks covering. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And it's good.
Kevin, a big guy with his quickness should be almost illegal. How can you guard that?
Freak with it. Working on Henson. Freak hits the jump hook. Freak's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Henson with the screen. Carter Williams, the pass to Henson. Gobert pulls it in.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Middleton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Here's Mack, defended by Middleton. Freak dishes to Mack, and Henson sends it back. Antetokounmpo cannot hit. At the end of one. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot.
Defensively, offensively.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg. But he's checked in for the Bucks. Henson comes in for Smith. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Monroe is out there with John Henson, and it's Carter Williams in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Milwaukee in the lead. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He had 29 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Here's Henson. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Tries again. That's tipped. In transition, here come the Jazz. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton with it. Now defended by Hayward. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 3. Kicks it to Freak. Shot left block. Stolen by Henson. And it's Middleton penetrating. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Middleton's got 5 now. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest. That game against the Charlotte Hornets.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building. And there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And Utah has possession. Here's Hayward. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Middleton. And it takes a hard bounce.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
That's tipped. Elbow shot is on the way. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And he beats the...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the 3rd.
And checking out the game for Freak. He's got 10 points and 3 denials. What a force he's been in the paint.
And he's gotten himself into the air, Clark, so often, blocking shots and getting rebounds.
So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Then it's Freak, and it's Hood in at the 2. Here's Freak. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pass to Carter Williams. The Bucks working the ball around. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Nice job coming off that screen. Monroe's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Milwaukee.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Hood, defended by Middleton. Out to Favors, feeds it to Hood. Favors with a screen on Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. Again, the Jazz score.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Freak. Shoots in deep. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
A different look for Milwaukee. Plumlee comes in for Greg Monroe. And Smith subbed in for Parker. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Plumlee with the screen. And Middleton kicks to Plumlee. Now here's Carter Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Now here's Exum. Carter Williams covering. Favors with the screen. Freak passes to Favors for the lead. Mack, no luck.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Plumlee sets the pick for Carter Williams. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Burks with the steal. Favors with the screen. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Carter Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Freak with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Shot clock at 3. Burks can't get it to go. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Mack, good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
The Bucks trail.
Milwaukee timeout.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds.
A moment to check in with your points.
Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great
and
shot.
so it's Milwaukee with it. After
Let
this
the
one,
game
they're off
come
to
to
San
you.
Antonio to take on the
Forcing
Spurs.
the issue too much.
And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. We've got Parker, John Henson out there with Monroe. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Smith in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Gobert with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Freak. And Henson pulls it down.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
The dish to Smith. Expanding his range. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists here tonight. To the middle. It's taken away by Smith. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And a missed layup. Jazz trail by 3. At the elbow, it's Freak. Stolen by Henson. Here's Smith. The shot misses. Gobert with the defensive effort. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And that one's good. Freak.
It takes a lot of skill and agility to lay it in with the defense right on you. That's a terrific finish.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. Smith against Hayward. Smith left side. Just 4 to shoot. The baseline jumper goes down.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Gobert with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And there's the feed to Freak. Here's Smith. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Freak. Stolen by Henson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Down low. Hangs. And it's laid in by Monroe. And it's a 5-point Bucks lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight. Smith just having a fantastic game.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Parker. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Monroe. Got a piece of it. Out to the right wing. Hood dishes to Freak. To the inside. Hayward. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
1:14 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Freak. He nails it, and we're tied up. Freak's got 11 points here in just the 2nd half.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
We've got 1:08 left in the 4th quarter. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. They double him with Freak. And Parker, here we go. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The shot by Middleton, wide open. They get it again.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Hood kicks to Favors. Buries it.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Now Carter Williams to the paint. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots from 12. Count it.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
17 seconds left in the game. Here's Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. There's Parker with the three. No good. And so it's Utah with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Indiana Pacers. Last game for Indiana, they ended up with a loss to the Spurs. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe
Ernie.
Kenny has an answer to this
Well,
one.
I think most people, when they first hear about it,
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. The Utah Jazz come into this one after the win against the Bucks.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Trey Burke, and it's Freak in at the 5.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Outside, Favors. Favors with a screen on Ellis. Hood, the pass to Freak. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. This their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year They would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
On the wing, Ellis. There's the pick off the screen. Utah with the rebound.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks for the report.
You know, I think he's right to be concerned about the defense they're going up against today. I mean, it's going to take some creativity for them on offense to be able to score consistently.
I think that's their primary concern. I mean, they'd be fooling themselves if they said scoring against this D is going to be easy.
Hill, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Outside Favors. Jazz passing it around. He feeds it to Hood. Hands it from downtown. Hood's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Hill dishes to George. Shot no good, and Utah the other way now. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got his first points in this one. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The dish to Favors. Freak with it. Mahimi on him, and it's Freak missing.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Hill has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. That's 7 points for Hill.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Knocked away. Hayward kicks to Freak. Unloads. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Freak's got his 3rd basket of the night. Hill passes to Ellis. He kicks it to Allen. They set the pick. Here's George. The shot no good. Hayward with some nice D. Utah trailing here. Burke with it, looking for his first basket still in this one. Freak kicks to Hood. There's the triple, and he gets the bucket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Now here is Hill. He's got 7. Ellis can't get it to go. There's 1:47 left here in the opening quarter. Burke kicks to Freak. Now here is Hill. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly. And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been fantastic last 10 games or so. First in scoring, first in shooting percentage. And defensively, he controls the airspace like no other, ranking 2nd in the league in blocks per game.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
1:15 left here in the first quarter. Stuckey outside. Pick up by Hill. From outside. outside the arc. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gobert the screen. Inside, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Pistons. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Indiana. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And seeing where Indiana is, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
Utah has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Kicks to Mack. Now here's Freak, who's guarded by Stuckey, and Freak throws it down.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
And now, let's hear it for your East.
And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say. And Monte Ellis is still trying to. For the Pacers, Lavoy Allen's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Hill in for Monte Ellis. Utah also making some changes. Freak's checked in for Favors. Hood comes in for Burks. And it's Burke in for Mack. So on the floor for Utah. Freak in at power forward. Trey Burke is out there with Hood. And it's Hayward. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He had 23 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
Here's Hill. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Jazz leading by 13. Dishes to Gobert. Freak with it. Hill's there. Gobert, the pass to Freak. Poked loose. Outside Hill. Outside George. It's back to Hill. And it's Freak with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
George dishes to Stuckey. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Stuckey's got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Gobert with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Good on the shot. And it's 7 points for Gordon Hayward.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
There's the pick. Stuckey kicks to George. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And both free throws good from Freak. So we've reached the end of...
Well, Coach Vogt.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Complete domination. What a game for Freak. He's got 14 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Allen is out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Hill, and it's Ellis, and at the 2. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot no good, a bit short. Pacers trail by 13. Hill kicks to George. Can't hit.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Hood, the pass to Freak. Out to Favors. The 3-ball. And that one's good. Burke's got the first field goal the second half for the Jazz.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Hill kicks to Ellis. The feed to George. 18 feet out. Drained for 2 points. George has got 6.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Pass to Favors. It's stolen by Allen. Hill against Favors. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Hill.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Ellis kicks to George. Allen with the screen for George. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. He's got 9.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 16 points.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers.
Well, it's been a heck of a recent stretch for these guys. The centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their position in the last 10 games. Freak, number 1.
That is major productivity in the paint. I mean, they would love to get more and more of that from him going forward, because a scoring big man like that, guys, it's never easy to come by.
Especially not one with the arsenal of moves this fella has. He's mastered the art of low post offense, and no matter what look the defense throws at him, he typically has a counter.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Ellis. Utah with the rebound. Favors has got 5 rebounds tonight. Mack dishes to Burke. Favors with a screen on Allen. Mack the pass to Hayward. And Utah another 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Pacers trail by 14. And here's George. 9 points in the game so far. To the middle. Here's Mahinmi. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Allen. Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Jazz leading by 12. And Mack kicks to Favors. Hayward outside. Feeds to Freak. Nice ball movement by Utah. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Hayward against George. Six to shoot. That one wide left.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And guys, let's get your take. Looking at the last game for the end. Whoa!
Woo. Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Turner with a screen for George. That doesn't go either for George. Jazz leading by 17. Hayward on the wing. Passes it to Freak. Shot from the low block. Paul George with the steal. Down low. Here's Hill. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
The Jazz shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Turner with the steal. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. George dishes to Hill. Puts it up from 12. And it's George again missing. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And he jams it with authority.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Pass to Freak. Turner with the steal. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. That's good.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Freak kicks to Gobert. A 3-ball. Burks' shot is good.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Pacers trail by 16. On the wing, Stuckey. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pick up by Hill. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists tonight. Utah leading by 14. Burks kicks to Freak. Out to Hayward. Freak with it. Hill's there. The pass to Burks. To the paint. The dish now to Gobert. Just 3 to shoot. And there's the 3-second violation. Indiana making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Allen comes in for Hill. And it's Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey. There's a screen. Allen left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Freak with it. Mahimi on him. Here's Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 20 points. Pacers trail by 14.
Timeout charge to the Pacers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He said, listen, we've come this far. Now we've got to lay it on the line to get a win. I know we can do it. So show them what you got, and let's make it happen. Guys, we'll see if they can do it.
Thanks, Doris. And the Jazz making a change here. Favors is checked in. Indiana again.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
2 minutes.
Hood kicks the freak. It's stolen by Mahimi. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. That is good.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
It's stolen by Hill. Here's the break. And he lays that one in. Hill's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pedal to the metal right now, really pushing.
And 3 of their last 5 makes here coming in transition.
Kicks it to Hood. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
George against Hayward, and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Now Burke. Stolen by Allen. Here's George. He dishes it to Hill. Again missing Hill.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Jazz.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll...
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.